my name is Celeste or Ellie if you'd rather, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are back with another speed build. So if you couldn't tell by the title, this is going to be the greenhouses, or the one greenhouse because I didn't have space to put more than one. So yeah, this is going to be the greenhouse, and I do update the pathing in the graveyard and the Black Lake, so there's bits of that in here as well. And you know, just nice to see the rest of it and just see how it's all coming together really. I do adore how this came out, and I hope you guys like it too. I think it's really adorable and just feels really, I don't know, just natural, and I don't know, it's just cute.
Oh boy.
But that's gonna be it from me for the meantime, and I'll see you guys in a bit. But I hope you guys like what I've done, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye! So I decided to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do some like voice notes instead of the text, just to change it up a bit, and just so I can get my thoughts out as it's going on a little bit better as well. So I hope you don't mind this change, and let me know what you think of it, or if you'd rather just have the text like I normally do. So as you can see, to start off with, I am just doing some terraforming here just to get rid of some of the cliffs and the old design patterns that are up there, as well as making a start on the path at the right hand side, which will be changing later on in the video, and you guys get to see the new path that I chose. I think it's very cute. As well, you can see I do take away some of the simple panel designs, and then I get back to terraforming, mostly because I just didn't like how they were looking, and that gets changed later too. And I'm just carving out the area that I want it to be because there was a bit too much cliff. And you can just see how it looks there with the graveyard at the right hand side. So here's me just checking on the area, and I've picked out the new design, and my thought was that I wanted to just have lots of stalls and the simple panels, I want the stalls to look like the roof almost, but obviously that's a bit difficult to do on Animal Crossing, to have roofs when you're going to be inside the building that's like exterior, if that makes sense, like the greenhouse. Like I can't really put a roof on that, so I wanted to create the illusion with these stalls. And then you can also see me just checking on the area and just making sure everything looks okay. As you can see here, I wasn't too happy with how the graveyard was looking, so I updated it a bit, and I decided to have the reindeer, the illuminated reindeer, and just to go with the lily there, just to make it look like James and Lily Potter, because I felt like, you know, we have the lily, so we need something to remember James a bit. So I wanted to put the illuminated reindeer there. As you can see, the struggle was real for this greenhouse. The amount of times I pushed the panels back, and I just kept trying to get that greenhouse glass thing to fit, and it just wasn't looking right. And the amount of times I ended up changing this, it was a fair few. Look, I can't get it to fit in at all. It just wasn't happening. So here you can see I was kind of finally starting to like it, so I like the size of it and just like the perspective on it as well. It's when I started putting out the little gyroids, which were just perfect and so cute and just adorable, and I want them all. I do look at this quite often just to make sure everything's looking right, because I was struggling with it and I didn't know how I felt about the stuff on the stalls, because I thought you wouldn't be able to see it, but then you can at certain angles. So I was in like 20 different minds on this one, but I do love the way it turned out. And here I am working on the path. Now, I hated how this was looking. Nothing that I was doing was working, and I just couldn't get it to look right. And I kept going back and forth looking at different areas to see how it looked, and I hated every second of it. So this is where I got the new path, and I love this path so much. It is so pretty and it is so natural and it just works amazingly, and I love it so much. But then of course you can see it was quite close to the entrance of the greenhouse, so I do end up moving that back later on just a little bit, and because it was just so close, it was so cramped, and I need space. I need so much space. I love as well how the path makes it look as though it wasn't meant to be there, it was just of people walking, just with how muddy it is and things like that. And I just think it just adds a little bit extra character to the build, because it makes you feel like, you know, the students are walking to and from the lessons all the time, so the grass is given a bit of way. And then of course you can see that I've updated the path at the gravestone and just at the entrance by nooks, just to bring it in a little bit. I didn't choose the thinner side of the path that you could, because I was running out of design slots, and you don't need them, you can work around it without. Don't mind me just looking at everything, contemplating my existence, looking at the map, deciding what I hate about it, because I hate everything that I've done so far, but at the same time I absolutely love everything I've done so far, so I'm constantly in two minds.
Stop it. Get some help.
And then I moved back to the Black Lake, which I still don't love. I know it's okay, it's nice, but there's something lacking about it, and I do much prefer it with the path. But I don't know, I just feel like it looks more like a pond than a lake, so that might be something that I come back to change later on. And ignore God, I can't talk. Ignore the design slots on the beach. We do not talk about them. We do not talk about the beaches. Beaches are hell to decorate in this game. I hate them so much. But as you can see, we have brought it back to the greenhouse, and I pushed it back a little bit. It made a tiny little entrance, which I think looks a lot better. It is a lot more open. It just a lot cuter. I don't know. And now I was just finishing off some of the decoration for it, and just a little bit of the landscaping around the area, just to make sure that everything looked okay. So there's a fair few shots of me just standing looking around with the camera, just making sure everything flows together, and I'm happy with how it looks. And to be honest, there's not a whole lot left to say about this one in regards to the process and what I was thinking. So yeah, I'm going to leave this as it is for the talking section, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes with the final little tour of the area. Bye!
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I know it's been like 2 minutes, but still welcome back. Thank you if you guys stayed this long. I appreciate it. But that was the speed build of the greenhouse and the surrounding area and the little touch-ups here and there. Let me know what you think of it. I do much prefer the path. I think it just makes it feel a lot more real, if that makes any sense, than just like that thin dirt path that comes with the game. I explained a lot of this throughout the video, but so I don't want to like bore you guys with repeating the same thing, but let me just get started and we'll show you how it all looks. So you come through from the train by the castle and there is the graveyard. Terrible perspective shots, please don't mind. And then we come through and this is the greenhouse. Yay! So we come through here, and if I climb up here, you can see the new pathway for the graveyard for James and Lily. And I just think it's so pretty. And of course, I am Slytherin today, do not mind me. But yeah, I just thought the ground looked so much nicer with this one. And then if I make my way back down, I wanted to fill the space in, so I just put some more of the things, and I kept that out a little bit so you can see it better with the leaf plant and just some glowing moss shelves with the stuff on top, and just lots of like wood, the gyroids, plants, the wagons and things here. And of course this is where you'd have the actual lesson. So here's where you'd be cutting on the mandrakes and things and replanting them and doing your homework and having some saplings with all the mysterious plants and everything like that surrounding it. And I love this new custom design code. I think it is so much better than the original one I had. It was really talented, the person who made it, but it just didn't fit the vibe I was going for. It was just that tad bit blue, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I just put a bit of landscaping here, but we haven't moved on to this section yet. That will be coming up later. And I just love the glowing moss as well. And then if we just make our way up here, I have the bucket to water the giant vine and the little water pump thingy here. Decided to just put just to fill in the area, I just put a stool with a butterfly on just to make it feel natural. And I finally found a place to make this fit. Thank God. And yeah, just dropping some acorns or pine cones, I guess, and I just fill the area with weeds and just some logs and stuff. And we do not talk about this, that is traumatic for my character. Let's move on. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to carry the path on here and that's going to continue in, and then it just carries into the courtyard. And if you couldn't see, blah 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 blah, move it along. And if you couldn't see, look, it's a little wagon with the horses just to represent the Beauxbatons when they arrive here. And then I thought it was good to have this here because then whenever Red's here, his ship will be there to represent the, oh no, what they're called. Oh god, Victor Crumb School. Oh my god, what they're called. I can't remember. Oh no. Durmstrang. That's the one.
Wow.
I just thought it reminded me of them, so I'm going to put some stuff here later on to decorate the secret beach. So we'll have a look at that, and probably some just plants up there. But yeah, that is the Beauxbatons arrival too, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, that is the finished build of the greenhouse. I really hope you liked it. Please leave any feedback or comments down below, and if you do like it, please feel free to actually, you know, leave a like. It would be really super appreciated. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it. I think it looks really pretty and cozy and natural. But yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one, and I hope that you're all okay and that you have a lovely week and everything goes the way that you need it to go. Okay, bye.